Welcome, yogis. Today's practice is all about the hips, perfect if you're looking to release tension in this area or working towards your side split. Have a couple of blocks nearby, and if you're on a hard floor, you'll need a blanket or folded towel to keep your knees comfortable. Let's begin in butterfly pose. Bring the soles of your feet together. See if you can have the soles of the feet face upward, like an open book. This helps release the hips and inner thighs. Have your feet as close to your pelvis as comfortably possible to target the adductor muscles. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, hinge forward from the hips, letting the head and shoulders relax. This pose is perfect to begin with. It works on gentle external rotation of the hips, softly opens the inner thighs, and begins to lengthen the hamstrings and lower back, preparing the body for deeper work ahead. Soften as much as possible and breathe into any areas of tightness. Slowly roll up and come onto your back for reclined variation. For more intensity, place a block under your sacrum on low or medium height. This way, gravity will have more power. Keep the soles of your feet together and close to your pelvis. Knees heavy, arms relaxed by your sides or overhead. The lift under your sacrum gently tilts the pelvis forward, deepening the stretch through the inner thighs and hip flexors, while softly releasing the lower back. Allow gravity to do the work and tune into the sensations you are experiencing. it's time to transition. Remove the block and make your way up to seated. Next is half butterfly. Extend the right leg in front of you and bring the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, fold forward from the hips, allowing the spine to round naturally and the hands to rest wherever feels comfortable. This pose works on the hamstrings of the extended leg while opening the inner thigh of the bent leg, a perfect combination for releasing the hips and preparing for the side split. Keep the shoulders soft, the breath slow, and let the stretch deepen naturally over time. Slowly rise back up. Switch legs and fold forward over your left leg. Notice if this side feels different. There is no need for judgment, just open-minded curiosity and gentle awareness. Let go of expectations and control, allowing gravity and stillness to guide you deeper. Come back up and prepare for Dragonfly, also known as straddle. Open your legs wide and find a comfortable edge. We'll return to Dragonfly later in the practice, so there is no need to go to your deepest stretch right now. Let's find a side bend first. Place your right forearm or hand on the inside of your right leg, and reach your left arm up and over toward the foot, opening through the side body. Keep the chest gently rotating upward rather than collapsing forward. Feel the stretch along the ribs, waist, and down into the inner thigh, working on deeper adductor muscles. Make sure your left sitting bone is grounded. Let the breath move into the side of your body, softening the tissues with each exhale. Very gently begin to rise back up. Observe what you experience in your body. Now repeat the pose on the left, letting the right arm reach overhead. Your right sitting bone is heavy on the mat. Notice how the stretch feels along this side, and keep the breath easy and steady as you rest in the pose. From your side bend, come back to center as we move into a forward fold. Notice if your lower body feels more open now, and see if you'd like to adjust the angle of your legs. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, hinge forward from the hips, letting the torso relax toward the floor. Keep your hips rotating forward, avoiding any tendency to roll back. Allow the inner thighs and hamstrings to soften, and let gravity slowly draw you deeper. This is one of our core poses for opening the hips and preparing for the side split, so focus on relaxing into your edge rather than forcing the body forward. Remember, we are not using the body to get into the pose. We are using the pose to get into the body. Stay with the right level of intensity, letting time and gravity work for you. Let's transition from here. Begin to rise very slowly. Coming out of yin poses can sometimes feel like the most intense part of the practice, as all of the sensations you've been holding start to surface. Bring your legs in front of you and lean onto your elbows and gently rock your knees side to side like windshield wipers to release some of the tension and allow your body to integrate the stretch. When you're ready, Let's find deer pose. First, begin in butterfly. Then bring your left leg behind you and adjust so your thighs form a right angle. If the hips are feeling tight, keep the feet closer to the pelvis. If there is more space, bring them farther away so the knees are at roughly a straight angle. Feet flexed to protect the joints. We'll begin with a gentle twist. Place your right hand behind you for support and your left hand on your right thigh or knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, gently rotate from the waist, letting the twist open the chest. This variation gives a nice stretch to the side body and the back thigh. The tendency is to lean away from the internal rotation, so see that you have some weight on your left hip as well. With your next inhale, unwind and return to center. Next, begin to fold forward over the front leg. You might simply support yourself with the hands, elbows, or fully extend down. If it feels good and accessible, interlace the fingers of your left hand with the toes of your right foot to keep that leg in place. Notice how this pose targets the external rotation of the front hip and the internal rotation of the back hip, helping to balance and free the pelvis. Try to relax as much as possible, dropping deeper into stillness. Begin to rise up slowly as we move to deer pose on the other side to balance the body. Find butterfly once again. Then bring your right leg behind you and aim for a straight angle at your thighs. Find your pose expression. Feet closer in or shift it away for a deeper stretch. Now find a twist. Inhale to grow your spine. Exhale to rotate toward the back foot. Check where your weight is and try to evenly distribute it between both sides. On the next inhale, return to center. And when you're ready, fold forward over the front leg. As you stay here, notice the gentle stretch in the glutes and outer thigh of the front leg, along with a subtle opening through the lower back. Keep the breath soft, allowing the tissues to release gradually and the pelvis to tilt forward naturally. It is time to release the pose. Slowly come back up to center, bringing your legs in front of you. Lean onto your elbows and gently rock the knees side to side like windshield wipers, allowing some of the tension to release and giving the hips a little reset. Now we'll move into frog pose. This is where having a blanket can be useful to protect the knees. Begin in a wide-legged child's pose, also called tadpole, when the hips are close to the heels. Take a moment here. If this is plenty for your hips today, let this expression of the pose be enough, allowing the tissues to soften and release. If your body feels comfortable, shift forward into half frog. Move your hips in line with the knees and rest here, keeping the feet where they are. Rest the top of your forehead on the mat to keep the neck long. This first half of the pose focuses on gently opening the inner thighs without overloading the hips. Notice how with time, the hips gradually release and melt into the mat. For the remaining 2 minutes, if your body is inviting, you have the option to transition into full frog. Move the feet out so they are in line with the knees, aiming to form a right angle. Keep the hips square and let gravity draw you down. Frog is probably one of the most intense poses for opening the groin in a gradual, sustained way. This can be a challenging position for the body, so staying at your edge is key to progress. Rather than forcing the body into any shape, stay with what feels enjoyable and let the hips open naturally. Begin to gently rise up and bring your legs together in front of you. Take a moment to notice the openness in the hips and inner thighs. Now we'll move into caterpillar. Allow your legs to be as close together or slightly apart as feels comfortable. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, hinge forward, letting the torso melt toward the legs. Keep your back rounded and your head hanging over the knees. This pose stretches the hamstrings, the spine, and the back of the body, integrating the work we've done in the hips and inner thighs. Stay at your comfortable edge, letting gravity and time deepen the stretch. Breathe slowly and evenly. With the inhales, your spine expands. With the exhales, you drop deeper. Slowly rise up and come into a seated position. Now it's time for our second dragonfly, where you can focus on side split work. Extend your legs out wide into a straddle and find a comfortable edge. Keep the spine long and hinge gently from the hips, letting the torso melt forward if it feels good. Support yourself with your hands, forearms, or lower down fully. Allow gravity and your breath to guide the stretch. This is your chance to feel the difference from earlier in the practice. Notice how your hips, inner thighs, and hamstrings respond after all the work we've done. Over time, with consistent practice, you'll notice the legs gradually opening wider, eventually moving closer to a full 180-degree angle. This is how it happened for me, just patiently letting the body release and fold deeper over time. Stay here, breathing smoothly, letting the stretch deepen at its own pace. From here, slowly bring your legs together and lean back onto your elbows. Windshield wipers will feel good now, or do any other movement your body needs to find balance. Let's find our spinal twists. Lying on the back, extend your right leg and bend your left knee, bringing it across the body for a gentle twist. Then extend it out. Rest your right hand wherever it feels comfortable, on the thigh, shin, or foot, to support the rotation. Keep both shoulders grounded and allow the torso to relax, letting gravity and breath deepen the twist. Feel how this pose lets the top leg rotate gently inward, This counter rotation offers the hips and glutes a chance to rebalance and release after all the external rotation work we've done. Slowly return to center and switch sides. Extend your left leg along the mat, bend the right knee, and guide it across and out, feeling the same mindful rotation and support. Breathe evenly, staying at a comfortable edge and noticing the difference between sides. It's time to release. Bring both legs together and lie down comfortably on your back for our final rest. Allow your arms to rest alongside your body, palms facing up, and let the shoulders soften. Close your eyes and take a few deep, cleansing breaths, feeling the body begin to settle. Notice the hips, inner thighs, and glutes, the areas we've worked deeply, and allow them to melt into the mat. Feel the spine lengthen, the pelvis release, and the breath move naturally in and out. This is a moment for integration. The tissues rehydrate, the fascia relaxes, and the nervous system shifts deeper into parasympathetic rest. If your mind wanders, gently bring your focus back to the body and the breath. Let go of any remaining tension and simply be here, allowing the practice to settle fully. Begin to deepen your breath. When you feel ready to move, wiggle your fingers and toes. Do any other movement your body invites. Maybe stretch fully. Gently roll to one side and slowly rise to a comfortable seated position. Allow this feeling of openness and calm to settle into your body and mind, supporting you long after the practice ends. Namaste.